Well, I suppose it's time to learn about Sergei's true master, aka my dad. Roy, long time no see. Yeah, how have you been, Captain? What's so bored doing on the floor, and why is Sergei with you? What's going on here? Well, he helped us defeat him. What happened? Where is Rahu now? He escaped. Escaped? Pro tried to dive in the Rahu, but it didn't seem like Rahu liked it, so it rejected him and flew away. Yeah, it was a plan. It was a dumb plan, but a plan. I'll explain it in detail, Captain Mira, but let's go to a different room. Please follow me. Yep, we're going to the former leader's room. Interesting hallway. But whatever. Where are we? This room belonged to our leader who passed away not too long ago. Z's leader? Yes. Someone here needs to hear my leader's final words. This is why I brought you to this place. Who is it? Yes, his final words. Yes, so far. Robo God, how come he knows your name? You'll never guess. It's because I'm a member of the Z Syndicate too. What'd you say? You've been lying to us all this time? Yeah, I'm just joking. Not necessarily. What? Robo God. It's the son of our former leader. It does sound like my dad. Nani? Well, was. Considering he's dead now. And our time is short. Yes, it would have been helpful. For sure. Finding Rahu alone sucks, man. I've given my little friend Sergei details on your mission. Trust him as you would have trusted me. Someone you barely knew. The watch, huh? Oh, I can't I? Yes, it really is. The watch. Yep, keep it on at all times. Yep, and then he left me. Sorry, what's going on? Like you and Roy, I learned about the outside world when I became a Class S commander. But you disappeared right after you found out about it. Because I met my boss. You mean Z's boss? Yes, I wanted to explore it. And there, I met my boss. Living in the outside world. And he asked me, why are you here? I told him that I wanted to know the truth about the outside world. They asked, is there something you need to protect? And I said yes. Well, obviously. Apparently asked me, do you want to protect this world from annihilation? Well, Rahu, obviously. See in his eyes that he was very serious indeed. Then he said, as long as you remain in your world, you'll never see the truth. The truth lies in darkness. If you discover an inconsistency in your perfectly ordered world, where all things are controlled, anything that cannot be explained, come see me again, and I may be able to help you. No one that we met, huh? You couldn't, huh? Quiet and listen, continues Sergei. Until I found out it was right in front of me from the start. It struck me. Inconsistent, that single unexplainable thing, it was Marcia. Her special power. Her strange power was a gift. My late parents, they were suffering. Parents says Marcia is an ordinary girl, and yet the kids teased her. The scientists poached and Bertad, and still they learned nothing. Yeah, they did. About what they did to Marcia at the research center. It wasn't science, it was torture. I suppose it did. It's a good question. Meet that man again. In order to understand, you must know everything. Oh, most S-class members don't know the real truth. What do you mean? You're all aware that centuries ago Rahu nearly wiped out the human race. Yeah, we're told that Rahu annihilated all the dome cities people lived in except for ours. You're never told the truth about the outside world. We believed we lived in the domes up here? I mean, where else would we live? Exactly. Really? We originally even didn't live in dome cities. We lived outside. The outside world was our home. Few who survived, they found an area that had minimal damage, and with the help of Robo technology, they built a dome to create a livable environment for a new community. You're correct, but there's still more that you do not know. Dome builders left Rahu inoperative in the outside world before they sealed themselves in. I suppose we did. You said Rahu was inoperative, so how did we stop Rahu last time? Well, obviously someone beat him. Somehow. Gotcha. Doesn't make any sense. We saw it. It looked like a custom Robo. Said later. Let me continue, though. Originally, Rahu was invisible, formless, but still physical, still capable of inflicting damage. Couldn't see it, but it was a real creature, and it evolved rapidly. Evolved? Not in the traditional sense, but yes, that's correct. Rahu has two fundamental behaviors. The first is to acquire new targets. In this case, us, which really sucks. Once it identifies its prey, Rahu destroys it swiftly and utterly. It proliferates any useful abilities its victims possess, anything it has not encountered before. Then, like a chrysalis, it goes dormant, awakens with new skills, and continues its hunt. Yeah, in a really messed up kind of way. Basically. Yeah. That's just about the size of it. Its primary function is to annihilate every living thing. It's invisible. It can learn to do everything we can do, and all it wants is to kill our everything? Right. So what can we do? I mean, other than just roll over and die? How did they stop it hundreds of years ago, when it was running amok? Custom Robos. It's because of Custom Robos that they were able to defeat Rahu. Custom Robos? Yes, back then Custom Robos were nothing but children's toys like robotic action figures. It's not strange, but even now there's much we do not know about Custom Robos. Rahu's destructive rampage was at its peak, and we were all but extinct. Then something inexplicable happened. Rahu merged with the Robo, melded itself with the Robo. Why would it do that? I'm not sure. Some people think there's a connection between Rahu and the Custom Robo. But why would it? That's correct. Our energy was visible. We had a chance to fight back, and we seized it. Finally, after many grueling battles, we defeated Rahu. We didn't defeat it, but we were able to trigger its dormant cycle. Rahu is no information to assimilate, so it didn't evolve and didn't awaken. We couldn't destroy Rahu, though. Instead, we bought ourselves some time. But wait, you don't think that's a little funny? Rahu's capable of destroying the entire world. We stopped it with a child's toy? There's something else. The device had to stop Rahu by targeting his Robo systems. Yeah, this device that's in my watch. A traitor. Even if you're telling the truth, why does it matter? What's your point? You're right, it doesn't matter. First found out about Rahu's attack. Why are you suddenly... How about you, Captain Mira? Don't you think that's odd? Nani? This is the single most significant and traumatic event in human history, and no one knows. But how could they stop the survivors from passing on these stories to their children? Do you actually believe that the government has the power to silence such a terrible thing? Think of no other reason? Even becoming a Class S commander didn't explain everything. Chose to keep it a secret. It's because their memories were wiped clean. Secret because no one was allowed to remember. Real confusing? What's confusing about it? Forgot about Rahu entirely? That's correct. What could possibly make everyone just forget about this all at once? Oh, nothing can make that happen naturally. Saying someone devised a way to erase every living human's memory entirely? Yep. The engineers of this foolish plan wanted to erase everyone's memories and implant false ones. Our government carried out this plan hundreds of years ago, once the dome was completed. Yes. The world exists entirely within this dome. Outside the dome, there is nothing. We're always thinking that this dome is our true home, where we will live and die. That is the great lie. The memory implant told us all that this dome contained mankind's entire world. But why? Rahu will awaken, it's inevitable. You should live a normal life knowing Rahu would return. But never knowing when. I see. This gives a sense of security, even if it was just a lie. How is that possible? Who could possibly erase everyone's memory like that? I don't know if they did it. They made a device that could erase everyone's memory. Captain Mira, I've already told you. There are some things not even Class S commanders have been told. How do we know you didn't make the whole story up? Suppose you have no evidence except that one of these devices still exists to this very day. It's in your watch, stupid. You do? Research that. That's why this easy thing. It was there. No. No, he's not. No, it's not the lab. I just thought so. Harry's not that smart. There's no way he could have figured it out before me. RoboGod? You're carrying it. Yeah, exactly. Yes, my watch. I see. The device that was used to defeat Rahu was the one that could erase people's memories. Yes, hundreds of years ago, the very device helped us defeat Rahu. Well, I'm gonna assume my father stole it. That's why he was told the truth. You don't live with false memories implanted by the government. He learned that people had been deprived of the truth for so long he began to have doubts. He questioned the ethics of the plan, and he knew that Rahu would rise once again. Marcia. A side effect of the erasure, huh? Ah, unexpected, huh? Plants would generate this effect. No one could explain what exactly created Marcia's power. Well, that sucks. Yeah, I know, there's a lot of dialogue this chapter. Please tell me we're almost done, though. Doubts. Was he the only one in the government who felt this way? He must have been something. He was. Still the only remaining model of the memory erasure device. Escaped to the outside world with several of his colleagues. Must have been quick to send someone after them. Yes. Government soldiers had one goal: retrieve the memory erasure device. Searched all over the outside world for him, but he was always one step ahead. Instead of taking the device with him into exile, he hid inside of the dome city itself. Here you can fit into that watch so that no one will be able to identify it. And then he gave the watch to Robo God. Yes, the one person he could trust. Someone who didn't know the power of the object he held. And all this time, this saying its goal was actually been to inform the people of the truth. It was at first. I want people to know the truth, to prepare themselves in case Rahu did attack again. But as time passed, he began to worry, to doubt himself. He began to worry that informing everyone the truth would only trigger mass panic. He realized that it might be best to find a way to stop Rahu without having the people know about it. The strongest fighters. I want to save this ruined world. In order to do that, I knew I'd have to help him. He told me he needs someone to support him, no matter how insane his orders might seem. To be honest, I had planned on leaving Marcia before I met your father. You had, huh? If I stayed, she would never have left my shadow. It's unacceptable, unthinkable. I want her to think for herself, to grow into the commander she is. Dick move, man. Dick move. I left even though I knew I ran the risk of alienating her, of making her hate me for leaving her. Oh, more valuable, huh? I don't know if I agree with that, but whatever. I mean, I suppose someone would argue that applies, I just don't know if it applies to describing this case. Oh, that's cute, I guess, but whatever. Can we just move on? Hear about this, the more complicated the situation gets. What's complicated about it? You just have to go stop Rahu. Like, gosh darn it. But what about Oboro? That guy wanted Rahu for himself. When our leader grew ill, Oboro and Eliza made a grab for power. That's when it began to crumble. The more they knew about Rahu's amazing powers, the more they wanted to possess it. They'd forgotten our leader's goals, and they planned such foolishness as diving into Rahu. More like two, in this case. Well, you got your opportunity alright, but it still wasn't soon enough. That's something to do with Rahu? Bor and Eliza both knew that the memory eraser device was the key to destroying Rahu. But they didn't know our leader had already stolen it. He was never sure he could trust them. They wanted that device so they could tame Rahu for their own ends instead of destroying it. I always must have thought that the custom Robo research lab would have had such a device. That's why she attacked the lab. Just as I thought. Well, I suppose you weren't the only one to think it was there. Ouch. Burned. Yeah, can you just please activate it? So shit, the watch's memory erasure functions will be restored. Well, it's like I got a choice. After all, I need this chip. I need it a lot. Okay. Well, we now have the device. Yes, now functional. I believe this is still yours. Your father put it in your hands for a reason. I understand. Yeah, please. Finish tracking your device, Rahu. If it's transmitting, we'll know where Rahu is. Got that right. Like I said before, Rahu evolves. Especially drawn to negative feelings, hatred, envy, greed. Stores that mental energy, uses it to fuel its metamorphosis. Yes, every time. Which really sucks, because this final fight's gonna be a pain in the butt. Can defeat it if we erase its memory and eliminate its advantage. Yes, let's go. Well, next time I guess we'll finally get back to the outside world. Until then, see ya.